Good morning, everybody. So I have done this recording more than once because I can't get through it. So I'm going to ask for the help of the Holy Spirit to get this out of my mouth without getting emotional. But I want to talk about generosity. And I want to talk about the opportunity that puts us in a place where we can make a difference. The other day, actually yesterday, I was at Winco, crack of dawn, pretty early, and parking lot was empty, lots of parking spaces, all of that. I ran in for a couple of things, and I came out very quick. And when I got to my car, I noticed a gentleman sitting on the ground, okay? And I was struck by that. It was cold, and I thought, oh, who wants to be sitting on the ground at Winco? Nobody, right? So I got in my car and I opened my purse to see if I had something inside. And I kind of knew I did, okay? So this is probably more telling. I knew what I had in there. I never have cash. And so, like I said, I only look if I know I have something. So I had $1 or $2, and I had gone to get cash the other day, so I knew I had a larger bill. And I sat in my car, and I said a prayer. I asked God, make me generous. Help me to be generous. Because my inclination would have been to give him a buck. To talk myself out of all of the ways that he would use the money, how crappy is that, right? What would it be? Miserly? Obviously not generous. So I got out of my car and I took the bill and I gave it to him. I went over to him, and by the time I got to him, he was standing up and he had a cardboard sign that he was pulling out. And like I said, he just was broken. Do you know what I mean? There was just something about him. There was no energy in what he was doing. I look at that. If that is what it takes for him to live his life, God help him. God help us to help him. So I handed him the bill, and it was funny. He kind of went to put it in his pocket, and then he looked at it and he said, he looked at me, he said, today has been a really bad day. He said, I appreciate this. And I said, I hope it helps. And, I turned and I went back to my car, and as I was getting in my car, he had followed me. And he came up to me, and again, it went so fast. Most of this is in my heart. But he said to me, I appreciate this. He said, I'm not a bad person. And I said to him, I appreciate you. I asked him his name. He told me his name is Daniel. So I invite us to pray for him, because I am. And I told him, I hope it helps. I got back in my car and kind of went on my way. But that has moved me in a way that I can't let go of. I missed Mass. It was a long morning anyway, and so I ended up, because I didn't want to go in late and whatnot, I went to Winco. So God used my time wisely, I guess. And like I said, had an encounter that I believe is God's way of allowing you and me to make a difference. I imagine that Daniel, in whatever he called bad morning, that, I'm going to have a hard time saying this, that God heard his prayer. Like I said, and allowed me to be part of the answer. So may we all be generous, keep our eyes open, and allow God to help us do what we can do. Because everything we have is a gift from God. May we use it well. So as we prepare for Thanksgiving, thanks be to God for everything that we have. And thanks be to God for the opportunities to use it in ways that we might not have imagined. Have a great rest of your week. Good luck as you prepare for Thanksgiving. It's that time of year, and it's going to get crazier. So may God make us instruments of His generosity and peace.